Hi, everybody. Welcome to our tax video. Super fun. If you do not know me, my name is Nelina Goals. I'm a proud independent consultant with Arbonne, and I'm just sharing a little bit about the tax details. Now, by no means am I a tax guru. Am I an accountant? By none of that. This is just me sharing how I keep my taxes organized in check. So when tax season comes, I can give my write-offs to my accountant, and she can do everything with them. But when I started my business, I had no idea what I was doing. I did not even know that I had to write off taxes until it was tax season. And they're like, "Do you have any expenses for your business?" I was like, yes and no. And so I had to backtrack through all my credit card statements, bills, things like that, just to see like what did I spend my money on. Um, and so I was not as prepared as I should have been. And so I'm making this video to help people so they can be prepared when tax season comes along. So fun part about this business is that we are business owners. That's how we're looked at. We get a 1099 in the mail for taxes, which I can't even really tell you what that means other than the fact that we are independently, it's practically like what you get if you're a contractor and you do like contractor work. Um, you're your own business pretty much is just what I tell people. And so that means incredible things that you can write off things that you use for your business. So if you need to buy a new computer, you place orders, you do work, you write trainings, you make videos, you maybe edit pictures on your computer, write that off. My phone bill, I have to literally this is my business right here. My phone is write off my phone bill. Wi-Fi, I primarily use Wi-Fi for work. I don't really use it for anything else. So that can be written off. My office space written off. Gas mileage when I'm going to clients' houses or when I'm, meeting someone at the gym for a coffee date to talk about the business, write that off. When I go out to eat with other consultants, write that off. So, and what it means by writing it off is that you're going to have a total income. Let's just say you make $20,000 your first year in Arbonne. We're going big. And you went on a trip. So if you go on a business trip, let's say you go to Las Vegas for our global training conference, that was, flights 300, staying 200, food 200, whatever it might be. Just, I don't think it's all that expensive, but like, let's just say all that, in some $700, write that off. That is a deductible from your total income earnings. Let's say you buy a new notebook, it's $10 because you really want to be organized, right? Minus that $10 from your $20,000. So, you have $20,000 minus 700 minus, $10 minus, oh, need a new laptop. Mine broke. So you'd be a MacBook. I don't even know. It's probably over $1,000, but I'm just say, I'll just do $1,000 to make it easier. $1,000 deductible. Oh, my phone bill monthly is $100. Deduct $100 times 12. What's 1,200? Okay, that is what I'm deducting from my business. Earnings is my expenses. So, there's other things on there. If you gift your teammates, all these things you can deduct. So then your total income, let's just say with those, instead of $20,000, it was it doesn't really matter. It's really not that important that I get the exact total, but now I'm this far deep into it. So then, okay, when you're only taxed on $17,000 essentially. So you're not taxing the full amount. And that's why many people start their own businesses so they can write off a lot of these things that they're already doing. They're already traveling. And so when I go to Chicago or when I travel, I have upcoming Myrtle Beach travels we're going to celebrate Logan's birthday there one day, but my main reason I'm going is to take content for my Green Gut Glow, my skincare, my business content of me traveling while working. It is going to be a content trip, and I'm going to write off my stay, my plane ticket, my food there, especially when Logan and I are talking business, when he's taking pictures of me, things like that. I'm writing all of that off. So these things that we're already doing already spending money on our phone, our computer, our Wi-Fi, our rent, all these things, going out to eat with a really good friend who also happens to be my client, already doing that, I get to write that off to be deducted from my total income. So I'm not taxed on that. And it is growing your business. It is all these things grow your business. Traveling grows your business. Going out to eat with clients grows your business. Your phone obviously grows your business. This is all legitimate things you can write off. You can also talk to this is what my accountant has led me to, and listening to tax podcasts, all these things. I've done a lot of research in the past 5 years about how to like just be smart with taxes, and not be taxed a bunch, and not miss something that is a legitimate business expense. My Arbonne products, I buy them for promotion and obviously use. So, we especially when, like, for example, new fizz flavor comes out, you're buying it to try and promote it. And so I write off the total bill, where my consistent things I buy, my accountant told me to write off half. So whatever, it really, I recommend finding an accountant. It's well worth the money to me, to have someone do it all for you, save time, and just to, again, give you tips and pointers like, oh, can you write this off? Is there any other miles? Did you go, she just helps me out. So I recommend doing that, but you can do whatever you want. There are people who do their own taxes, and that's great and dandy. And I'm sure you can watch a ton of videos. But my parents have always taken our taxes. And so now that I'm not with my parents and living with my parents, or they're not doing my taxes anymore, I take it to accountant. That's just what we did. And so let me share my screen really quick to show you guys. If you would like you can just reach out to me if you would like this copy, of this tax document. I will show you kind of what mine looks like for this year. So these are all things, my business renewal fee. So your first purchase and your business fee, which is $99, write that off. These are all the apps that I have for, making content. I add those in there. Networking events. So when we have team events, when I went to dinner with a prospect, when I went to Vegas, all these things, gifts that I had, my flights, things like that, wrote them all off. If you, I do a Roth IRA investment, my health insurance I can write off. If you're not insured by another company or your parents, obviously I write that off. Yeah. Anyway, so that's all that. Any donations you make, which I need to add another to there, that goes here, and then all your miles. And so then I just send this document to my tax person, and she does everything that she needs to do with this. But here's a blank one that you could just use. So that is really all I have to share. A lot of people, always ask me about taxes, and it is an amazing, incredible asset to our business, is that we can write off so much for our business. That is just things that we're already using and all we already need to have, but we're growing a business using these incredible tools that we are already using. So with that being said, that's really all I have to share about taxes. If you have questions, obviously you can reach out to me, but also Google podcast, find an accountant, search around, and it's not as daunting. I did this when I was a junior and senior in college, in grad school. Like, I had no time. It's not this huge time consuming thing, especially if you stay on it. Now I hire my sister, because I do have a lot of spending things that I'm spending money on and whatnot, and I'm out and about. And so I just hired her to monthly, to just type in, spending the things that I'm spending. But you don't need to do that, especially when starting, because you won't have a huge bunch of things that you need to spend on. Just keep your receipts. After I write it in, I get rid of my receipts. Some people keep their receipts. There's pretty much a digital footprint for everything. So if someone says you didn't buy a notebook from Target on January 10th of 2023, I would go to my card and be like, oh, it's right here, $10. You know what I mean? So that is just a little bit about taxes. Don't let it scare you or overwhelm you. Like I said, I literally had no idea whatsoever what I was doing. And luckily I made it out just fine. And so this was a little info video. I hope it helped you guys.